Here's the scenario. We've got 3 targets at 350 meters. We cannot go prone. How do we engage them? Solution, tripod. Watched any of my latest hunting videos over the past couple of years, you will see that the vast majority of my shots are being taken either standing or kneeling from a tripod, and that is largely due to the vegetation. The tripod gives me so much more options. The bipod on my hunting gun is almost a decoration at this point in time because I so seldomly get to use it. I still have it with me most of the time in a backpack, not even on my gun, because the chances of me being able to deploy my bipod and go prone, I mean, this whole thing is basically waist high shrubs, okay? It's not a viable option for us to go prone. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set up, I'm gonna talk you guys through how I like to set up my tripod and show you how incredibly effective shooting from a tripod can be. So without further ado, let's start by engaging some steel. Right, we need about a mil for this shot. We need a mag. Okay, mag's gonna go in. I think I only have 4 rounds. Okay, so we're gonna shoot 1 at the target on the left. Scope thingy is messing up my ability to get behind my rifle here. Okay, now you'll notice there's still a little bit of reticle wobble, but there's absolutely no way I would be able to hit that target if I was trying to either shoot standing or kneeling. Yes, you can use shooting sticks, but this is such a better solution. It is so stable once you get this set up. It's easy to get my rifle in and out of this. All you have to do is have a little arc rail on the bottom of your rifle. Now, how I like to set this up is I like to have my tripod sort of set up at the height of my solar plex, and this is how I would also carry my tripod in a hunting environment. So I kind of collapse the legs together, and once I'm ready to engage the target, set that up. And in an ideal world, you can even have this a little bit quicker by having some kind of clamp, okay, to clamp your rifle in. And just like that, I'm off to the races. I can set up nicely like this, find my target again, fix my hat, lock things up, close my bolt. Now keep in mind this is a super light Magnum cartridge, so it is going to recoil a little bit. Boom. Okay, 2 for 2. Now another option I have would be a kneeling shot. Okay, so I can collapse my tripod a little bit and set up a kneeling shot if the bushes allow for it. You will be surprised how much a bullet moves by striking the smallest little twig on the way to its target. Because remember, an object in motion stays in motion, and that can result in some problems when you're hunting if you're not paying attention to that. And yes, I'm aware of the fact that I haven't put on my ear pro, but we're shooting 1 or 2 rounds. I do not recommend those shooting without ear protection, even if you're shooting a suppressor like I am. Anyway, let's build this position. So once we have our rifle clamped in, I'm going to turn a little bit to showcase this to you guys, but then I can do very like sort of almost PRS-y stuff and use this elbow on my knee over here to add like sort of another point of contact to make this way more stable. Now when we get onto our target, you guys will see the result in how much more steady this is. Just immediately way more confidence inspiring, even when me talking is quite steady on that target. There we go, guys. If you're not hunting with a tripod in 2024 and you're hunting in sort of terrain like this, you're missing out on some shots that you could potentially be taking. You know, I can't think of the number of animals that I would not have been able to take shots at if I weren't shooting from a tripod. So if you're in South Africa, we have a wide variety of tripods in my store, impactproshop.net. You can get yourself a nice deal on some tripods with some discount there. We've got all the hardware in stock for you to make your rifle compatible with Arca. You can also do that on like a wood rifle, for example. We've got universal Arca rails where you could drill 2 small holes in your laminate stock, tighten it from the inside, and you are off to the races if you want this ability. This is not the be all and end all for when it comes to shooting out of terrain like this. Shooting sticks were the go-to for the longest time. I've hunted from shooting sticks before. It's not something I want to do again in a hurry. It's a little bit awkward. It's certainly not for me. If you do it right, it can obviously be very stable. I just prefer this method. It has worked for me since pretty much I started hunting. So keep that in mind. This is my experience, what I've been doing over the past sort of 7 years of hunting, and it has worked very well for me. I also want to thank the guys from MDT for making gorgeous rifle chassis like this one behind me, and stocks, which they've now started doing, which I'm super excited for, because I find myself gravitating towards stocks a little bit the last while. Probably a sign of the times, and I'm moving on in age and getting wiser, but I've really enjoyed shooting the timber stock lately, and I've also got an Arca rail on my timber stock so I can replicate these shooting positions. Guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.